Hello everyone, this is Eli G. Brown / Eli G. Brony, and welcome to another classic LEGO Bionicle review. In this episode, we are taking a look at the Glatorian Legend sets. These are the second wave of canister sets that came out in 2009. This is another series of Glatorian characters, and these consist mostly of characters that appear in the main storyline, particularly during the Legend Reborn movie. And we have 6 characters, once again, each one basically being nearly the same color as we've had for the past 9 years up to this point. And just like with the first wave, they mostly consist of recycled parts with very few new parts, but certainly quite a number of recolors, so I'm going to go over those real quickly. First, I'm going to take most of the characters out of the screen so we can focus on one character at a time. And in this case, we are starting off with Mata Nui, the star character of the series. Well, for this particular series, anyway. Story-wise, this is the form that Mata Nui takes on after he had been exiled from the Matoran universe when Makuta had taken it over, and he was vanished into space in the Kanohi Ignika, and he landed on the planet of Bara Magna, and the mask created him a new body, and this is it. A Toa-like body. Not quite sure if he's supposed to be some specific element. I don't think it's really specified anyway. Although in this series, he takes the place of the Toa of Stone. But he's not actually tied to the element of stone, at least not specifically. But he is yellow, which has become the new brown by this point. So, for recolors, as far as concerned, I think that the Ignika feet in Keat Orange are new. And the leg pieces are also new in that color. And there are also these new armor pieces that are on his lower legs, which Akar also has. There's also a couple of the Mari Matoro armor pieces on his legs. And then he has these new joint pieces, which I will show. Not quite sure if the first wave of Glatorian sets had these. I don't think they did. But anyway, these are some new joint pieces that have these 2 pinholes and 1 axle hole on the side, so you can attach different things to it, like these weapon pieces in the Keat Orange. He has a couple of them, which are on his shoulders, and then he also has them on his shield in silver. Story-wise, this is supposed to be the Scarabax beetle named Click, after being transformed by the Mask of Life. And along with all of that, there's also the Keat Orange main chest armor piece, which was introduced with Onua and Krika in the Mystica series. And he also has a Glatorian-sized Mask of Life. This is a little smaller than the last version on Toa Ignika. It was scaled down so that it could fit onto a Glatorian head. So, what's kind of odd is that considering that he's supposed to be representing a Toa, he's given a Glatorian head. So, as to what sort of body Mata Nui is supposed to be taking on right now, is quite a mystery. I mean, is he supposed to be a Glatorian, or is he supposed to be a Toa? And of course, there's also the number counter on his back, which all of them have, and it was also in the first wave of sets. Now let's go on to the next character. Next up, we have Akar. This is a Glatorian from the Fire Tribe, the first Glatorian of the Fire Tribe, as his title is given. He's a little taller than Mata Nui, and, well, one thing that is quite good about Akar that I really like is the fact that he brings back the Mata red color, which was a color that had not been used in a lot of sets from 2004 up until this point. So he's not a Metro Red, he is the pure red, and it's so good to have a character that is primarily the original red color again. So, basically, there are a lot of recolors on him that are the Mata Red, main torso piece, Baki leg pieces for the arms, Toa Inika leg pieces, and he also has these pieces, which were also on Mata Nui, and the feet pieces are the Inika feet pieces in orange. The chest armor piece, I think, was actually with Pohatu in the Rocco set, which, as of the time of the recording of this video, I have not reviewed yet, and I don't have plans on doing so until sometime in 2018. And then there's also these pieces, which were introduced in the Mari Nui saga. Not sure if they are new in the orange color, but Akar has a couple of those on his shoulders. And he also has this flame piece, which the flame piece here is new, and the lower part here is the same weapon piece that's used on Mata Nui. Now, for some reason, Akar has gray hands, while the rest of him is mostly red and orange. Now, another thing about Akar is that his mask is actually a recolor. It was not something that I noticed right away, but it was something that I figured out upon watching other people's reviews on Akar. This is actually the same mask piece that is used on Barracks, except it is a different color. With Barracks, it was blue and light blue, but with Akar, it is orange and red. And I suppose that this part of the helmet could be pulled off as either water or flames. So that is Akar. Next up, we have Kina, who resumes the tradition of having a female character be part of the group, because, well, the first wave did not feature any female characters at all. But Kina brings us back, and conveniently, she is of the Water Tribe, and Toa of Water had always been female, so this is interesting to have the one female character in the storyline be elemented to water. She uses a unique build, having a light blue Baki leg piece used for her main torso, which is also where her head connects to, so that's one new recolor. And she also has the same new joint pieces as Mata Nui has to attach these fin pieces in dark blue. She has 4 of them. She also has the light blue Inika feet pieces as well. She also has the dark blue Roxy leg pieces, which we've had with the blue Vizrek. I can't remember his name. And she also has light blue Glatorian hands, which I think is a new color for that piece. And she also carries this trident staff. And for her mask, she kind of has this fin-like appearance, since she is a Glatorian of the Water Tribe, which is mostly dark blue with an accent of silver at the bottom. So that is Kina. Next up is a Glatorian of the Jungle Tribe. This is Vastus. He is one of the veteran Glatorian, and he, well, mostly we see a lot of pieces that we've gotten already. The feet pieces, I don't think, are a new color for that piece, although I could be wrong, but I'm not quite sure if this is the first time we get them in solid dark green, or if we've had them before. I know the leg pieces are not new, the armor pieces on the knees are not new, but what is new would be the snakes on his shoulders. There are these snake armor pieces on either side of his shoulders, also attached the same way as Mata Nui and Kina. He also carries this large blade piece right here, and he carries his weapon in 2 hands, and the Thornax launcher is on the bottom, with this rubber hose surrounding the handle here. And he also has a snake-like mask. There's a little snake face up on the top of the mask. And I'm not quite sure, but I think these armor pieces here, not armor pieces, leg pieces used as arms for this case, are new in lime green, but I could be wrong. So I think the hand pieces are also in a new color. I could be wrong, but I think Resh had them in the dark green color, so Vastus has them in the lighter green. Alright, so, on to the next character. Next up is Glue, not Glue, Galoo. This is a Glatorian of the Ice Tribe who didn't make much of an appearance in the story, mostly because he was a loner character. Although he doesn't feature quite a lot of recolors other than the main torso piece being in pure white, and the blade piece that he carries, which is an ice blade in his arm. He has two of them carrying in one arm, and he also carries the same shield pieces that were used on Metis on either side of his shoulders. And then his mask, it has this striking ice pattern on it. And it's also another mask that is molded, mostly being white with some translucent blue parts onto it. So that is Glue, not much I can say about him. Let's now move on. And lastly, we have Stronius. Stronius is a villain character of the series. He is a elite Skrull warrior. He's also very bulky compared to other Skrull. He is mostly black with some dark red accents. He carries this club right here, which is actually made up of 2 pieces. Well, 4 actually, because, well, oh, actually no, 5. 5 pieces. 2 halves of the club, and then there's this friction piece, and then the axle piece, and then this piece where he can actually hold the weapon. So, yep, 5 pieces to create that one weapon. He also has this armor on him, which I think is unique to him, and there are also these spikes on the armor as well. And he's built a little differently with this longer neck, so you have to have it be raised down in order for him to look good. And he also brings in the Huki Mari knee armor pieces in black. That is a new color. I believe the hand pieces in dark red are also a new color. So that is Stronius. Alright, so I'm going to bring all these guys back in so I can give my closing thoughts. I certainly feel like the Glatorian Legends series of sets did a greater deal than the first wave of sets, the first Glatorian sets. At least a lot better compared to all of the different colors being a lot brighter, having yellow be added in, having the Mata red be brought in, and having a little more of the light blue, as well as having a female character, which we have not had in the first wave. Well, unless maybe if you count the Vorox, which could be asexual, being males or females, but for any sets that are based upon female characters specifically, we got one this time around. So, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you again next time.